if you don't have the right mindset, go get a job. And that's plain and simple. If you do not have the right mindset, go get a job. Why? Because nobody tells you, as an entrepreneur, nobody tells you to get up. Nobody should have to, but nobody tells you to get up and go get to work. Nobody tells you that. So if you need that, hey, it's time to get up. Hey, if you need an alarm clock, seriously, sometimes I need an alarm clock. But in the retrospect, if you seriously have if you can't get out of bed, then you need to go get a job. Because again, you don't have that mindset. You don't have that mindset. That's the first thing. Mindset is everything for an entrepreneur to even be an entrepreneur. If you don't have the mindset, seriously, don't risk your family's livelihood on yourself because you don't have that right mindset. And we all know ourselves. Look, you know what? I'm not that one. You know, like I'm just a lazy person. Like we know each other. We know ourselves. But again, you know, if you have that burning, that fire in you, that dog in you, that you know what, hey, put your bets on me. Like I told everybody on the call today, I tell everybody, like, hey, when I'm asleep, you have a chance. You seriously have a chance. But once I wake up, your chance is gone. Why? Because the day is mine. I woke up. That's how I feel. When I'm asleep, you guys have a chance. And guess what? I don't sleep a lot. I don't sleep a lot. So when I'm awake, it's like, guess what? Your chances went to zero. Why? Because I'm awake. I'm going to outwork you. And that when you have that mindset, that goes back to saying you have to audit your time. Because when you have that dog in you, when you have that, I'm going to put your bet on me. I'm going to outwork anybody. That means you have to audit your time because you could get in that bubble. You can get those blinders on where it's just work, and then forget to spend time with your family. So that doubles back to that auditing your time. But again, that mindset is everything. If you don't have the mindset, keep working your job.
Right.
And that's not a knock. Let me finish with this. That's not a knock to anybody who has a job. That is not a knock to you. But again, to have a stress kind of free life, we have to know which path we want to take. Are we going to bet on ourselves and say, you know what, I'm going to be that one. I am going to be that one. Or are we going to say, you know what, I need to have somebody directing me. And that's nothing bad. I need to have more structure. I cannot create my own structure for success. I need to come into somebody else's structure to find success. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, you need to man up, woman up, grown up, like put your big person pants on and figure out which lane you want to take. I want to be an entrepreneur. I can actually bet on myself and I'm going to get my butt up and do what it takes. Or I need that structure from somebody else's structure. I don't have that mindset to create my own structure, because when you're an entrepreneur, it's you, and then you start having employees and they need structure. So if you cannot have structure for your own life and then have the foresight to create structure for other people, you need to have a job.
That's right. And your interests can't change. If this is what you chose to do, don't be a person that just keep flip-flopping. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do that now. Focus on the task at hand.
Ooh,
you know, a lot of people do that. That's why I had to mention that, because a lot of the times, sometimes when they're trying to get one thing off the ground and because it's not doing it right away, they want to switch to the next thing. No. If this is your baby, focus on it. Get it to where you need it to get. Get it to where you need it to go. And then go to the next thing. Start that new startup and still audit your time. Hey, listen. It's gems out here. We giving y'all some gems out here. I know you got a lot to say, Ali. I'm looking at you, man. I know I see you. Go ahead. Take it, man.
It's not. I don't fully agree with that. And the reason
Why?
that I don't fully agree with that is, there's people that say don't have a plan B. Okay, I don't
Oh,
agree.
you should have a plan B.
I don't agree with the plan B thing. Hold on, I'll give you a thing. Everything is my plan A, and everything will come at the right time in my plan A.
Right.
because my job is to become successful. My job is not to fail. So yes, I don't agree with the jumpers. I know the jumpers that you're
Right. That's
talking
what I'm
about.
talking about. The jumpers. Get it to
It,
where you needed to go first.
it's I was a jumper to a certain point. I threw enough against the wall and I hope
It's
something stuck.
stuff. Right.
And here's the thing. I was in between jumping 3 times. Okay? 3 times, 3 different things. When one of them went and it stuck real hard. And that's where we are today. That's why I'm able to speak today, because I was jumping. So, yes, I do and I don't agree. Then, once that stuck, and I don't see, this is the thing. The jumper that you're talking about, that's the guy that needs to become a millionaire overnight. I
Right.
don't need
That's
to,
what I'm talking about. The
I
guy
don't,
that's impatient.
yes,
You can still do other things, but focus on the one that you know that's lucrative first. And that's what you're talking about. You have that
exactly.
lucrative one so that the other ones can do what they need to do. And that's what I'm talking about. Get the
Exactly.
lucrative one
100.
going first.
Exactly. That's exactly it. It's the one that gets traction first. Then you feed with the lucrative one, you feed the other ones, because why? 7 streams of income makes a millionaire.
Absolutely.
So if you do, excuse me, if you are go, if you're not jumping, right? If you're not jumping and you're waiting for the first $1 million product that you're going to have, look, and Dre and I got a couple of them, but they're going slow. They're going
Hmm.
slow. But we still have our lucrative business that we're working on that pays the bills, so that we can use that and funnel it into there, where you got to pay developer costs, you got to pay hosting, you've got to pay people, you got to pay marketing, you have to pay all this stuff.
Absolutely.
You can't do that without having one that's going. That's why I jumped. But once you find it, you focus, you build, then you funnel. Then when
Yeah.
you funnel, all of a sudden, because this is the truth and the fact of the matter,
Yeah.
all you need is $12,500 from each business. Become a millionaire, ladies and gentlemen. From 7 businesses, it's 12,500. That's all.
Oh, you got
My
muted for some reason.
my mic cut. So all you need is 12,500 to become a millionaire. That's the truth and the fact of the matter. And thanks for bringing that up, because you know what? There's people that I watch that I'm like, oh, I just want to punch you. Like, honestly, I just want to
Yeah.
punch you, because you literally had something of gold and you were jumping. And then there's ones that are like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to jump back to this real quick. And I'm going to go back and jump back to this real quick. And I'm going to go back. And they set up the foundation correctly, where it's like, okay, it hopped, it bounced, and now throw all the money going forward.
Yeah. You know, sometimes people can be impatient because it's slow. And in the beginning, it's always going to be that way. It's always going to be slow in the beginning. Now, like Ali was talking about, if you get that 12.5, if you getting it from quite a few businesses, you can make things move a lot faster. So that makes perfect sense. But for the person that's, doing their business and they're starting and it's becoming lucrative and they like, okay, now I got a little bit of bread, I'm gonna jump to this next thing. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Because then the funnel ain't gonna work right. You're gonna be robbing Peter to pay Paul.